Okay, so this is final week in Metronome League. Wade has been in the middle of a move, doesn't really have his office set up, so we won't be able to get him in side comms, but we're here. We are both guaranteed ourselves top 4 spots. We are basically going to be playing for who essentially gets what spot. So whether I end up as 1, 2, or 3, or whether he ends up as 1, 2, or 3. So it'll be interesting. It'll be good. We'll roll some dice, see what happens. I'll keep tabs on scores as well. Wish them up. We've got a decent wave going at the moment. So we'll just maintain it. Just gonna look to juggle the chaos just on our own. So leading with the Tinker Tink. I'm gonna pull up his stuff because his Tinker Tink is zoom lens, so he can't like pickpocket or anything like that. Which is kind of cool. I get to keep my damn proc. We'll throw out a cheeky Metronome or two before doing the usual swap to Ludi. We had early fake tears. So getting the debuff on that is kinda nice. As it goes for Swagger, okay, so this gives me like an opportune time to just get Polytoad out of there now. Still at full. That's good, that's good. We can keep Rain around for a bit longer. I think the Rain is quite nice in tandem with the Ludicolo. Part of the draft synergy that we went through there with that. So we'll see if there's a move called here from the Tinker Tink. Stealing, yeah, fine switch in there. So we'll be able to recover most, if not all of that back to straight to full, which is nice. Wade is the only person that hasn't gone through this gauntlet yet of the lefties rain dish recovery. What gets pulled here? Chum. This is the Alola Muck, which is fine. We'll stay in for like a turn or two. Spy. That's unfortunate that the switch is there, because we would have dropped the Metronome PP by 4. That would have been pretty sick. So we would have taken that for sure. We can still pull some like decent move or two. Chloroblast. That's rough, because we're going to lose 50% of our health just from that. So normally it's a pretty nice move. In this specific instance, not the best. That's an Ice Spinner coming out there from the A-Mark. Things are looking a bit nasty. I might just keep Ludicolo out here for maybe like one more turn. We'll check out the range ends at. This is the Black Sludge mod as well. So Rain, oh, there's still like tons of turns of Rain. I think we should probably still just make the most out of it, and then we can just throw Polytoad out later, not needing to like preserve it like as much. So there's a lock on, so if we pull a big move next turn, we can guarantee hit it, as long as we take the hit here from the Muck. It's gone for the Endeavor, which is nice. So like a switch out there would have like ended up pretty bad, because I would have considered swapping Snorlax in. And Snorlax has that big HP stat, so this is fine. We'll definitely take that. We sure hit this next move now. So it could be a variety of things that we could land on here. So Muck, I'll say Muck could switch, but it hasn't, which is fine. It's just a Jet, which sucks a little bit. It is rain boosted, so we can't complain too much. Damage is damage. The Black Sludge will slowly just heal everything back. There's a Blood Moon. We should take that well. Alola Muck isn't too strong in that regard. And we're just going to be just keeping ourselves alive as much as possible. Just with this Rain Dish and this Leftovers. We're getting good mileage out of that. What I reckon Wade will probably be messaging me during the game. Yeah, he basically just Chloro base and then that did nothing. Oh, this sucks. We have Poison Touch now, but we lose Rain Dish, which I'm not a fan of. So we definitely will probably be looking to like switch now if we live. We probably don't live the close combat. Yes, that's Ludi down. That's a pretty rough start there. Losing 50% of our health on like a pretty a pretty weak attack going into the Alola mark. And we lose a big form of, like, our recovery in the form of, like, that Leftovers and that Rain Dish. Which, yeah, rough, but still, like, super playable. We'll go to the Snorlax, as the Snorlax does have immunity. So we won't be poison touched by anything the Muck wants to do if it makes contact. The Metal Sound debuffing is a bit rough. What are his big tier 1s? So he's got the Noir. He's got a few pretty nasty physical attackers. Throw Chop's a decent hit there. Not too great though, but a decent hit. Which is fine. We'll keep Snorlax in, just keep going for some big hits. Because we can get some big damage hits off here. If we pull some good rolls. There's a Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch just one of the worst moves to pull. Always fails. Which is pretty rough. Dunk Shot missing is also, like, a bit unfortunate. Because, like, any damage is just good damage. Especially, like, with that Black Sludge. Just slowly being able to, like, recover away. The only good thing about this thing being Black Sludge is that it only gets 16 power points worth of use. So he is looking to switch that back out. Going to Damon, I believe that's the Dust Noir. So Noir's found the Leopard Berry. It's also Leopard Berry itself. It's not Pressure because Pressure was not legal. Tachyon Cutter, that'll do a very small chunk of damage, but like any type of damage on something like Noir, it will be very welcomed. I think here we can look to go back to Politoed. Politoed serves not as much use for keeping, like, the stalling Ludicolo alive now, with the rain and all that gone. So we can sort of bring it in to sort of deal with something like this, because Snorlax will still have its value, and Clefable still has its value as well. Oh my god, that is massive. Noir losing 50% of its health for that curse, that's well worth. It sucks that we didn't go into Clefable for that one, but I will definitely be swapping Politoed out at the end of this turn, because we can't double switch. That was something that was against the rules. So we set up, because if you could just constantly double switch, like, there's no reason, like, not to do that. So, for the sake of fun, we'd like to look to stay in as much as possible. That's a big self-hit and confusion as well. We will take it. Because ghost types are absolutely terrifying to go up against. We will probably swap in... We'll probably swap into our tier 6, actually. Just to rid the curse off the Politoed. And getting our tier 6, because our tier 6 can intimidate. It's Assault Vest, so it will just struggle. But it will damage offset the Noir. The Noir also looks to switch out here as well, looking quite low. Going into the Electivire. So we do have to stay in, unfortunately, and run a struggle turn, but that is fine. Pound will do, like, a decent bit there. I think in regards to this, is it worth letting it go? And I think it is. I think I'd rather have a safe switch in to a Pokemon there. So there's the switch back out. Is it going... Okay, it's going back into Tinkertink. Tinkertink isn't really too much of a damage-threatening Pokemon. So I think we'll live this struggle. It'll do a decent bit of damage there. And we can save this for a rainy day. No pun intended there. We can go back into Clefable. Because if it pulls a Steel move, it doesn't have the offenses to really do, like, a huge amount of damage. So I think it's probably fine if he does pull one. With the exception of maybe, like, Gigaton Hammer. Might be, like, the only query against that. Power Gem, yeah, we'll take that. That'll be fine. One will take that with ease, and we can start throwing off the Metronomes again. Get some good stuff in here. Toxic, that is unfortunate because it is a Steel type. Not the most ideal. Oh, there's a Cotton Spore, so Clefable's going to be slow now. That's fine. Yeah, he just did to thank fuck for 3 immunities. The 3 immunities are nice. They are going, like, a long way. They're going, like... So, yeah. Like, Wade's basically drafted, like, a lot of things just having, like, multiple, like, different immunities. And they've been going well. We pull a soft-boiled here, which kind of sucks. I think it's only a 30 HP soft-boiled. Yeah, not even that. Not a great soft-boiled. But it's still fine. Like, it's better that than, like, a self-KOing move or something like a, like, Memento... or something like that. There's the tail suck with... Oh, it doesn't have the zoom lens anymore because it's faster because of the cotton spore. I was going to say, that miss with the zoom lens, that's crazy. Not quite the case. Unfortunately, we pulled the Razor Shell after the rain was gone, but we do get a defense drop, which is always welcomed for Clefable's weaker offensive stat. So we'll take that. We'll take that to the cleaners. Amnesia is rough, giving itself a cheeky +2 special defense boost. We're not unaware. We are Magic Guard. So, it might live this with the +2, actually. Drank that with the +2. Oh my lord. We'll throw in a couple more moves out here, and then we may look to, like, swap in Polito, but I think at the moment we're kind of just fine. Yeah, that's fine by us, even going for that. Clefable's just kind of sitting here doing its thing as a tier 4. Ice Shard, that won't do a lot to it. It's fun seeing, like, the priority moves being pulled and then used in Psychic Terrain on, like, a grounded Pokemon. Wade switching, so Wade's playing, like, pretty big for differential by the looks of things. There's Berserker. Berserker can be, like, kind of nasty. We've seen this mon, like, 6-0 in, like, week 1. That is going to do absolutely no damage. So we have, like, no speed anymore. I think this is fine to probably look to go for a switch here. Berserker can pull, like, a nasty move. I think we're gonna do the tier 6 sack here. Just get an Intimidate off on it. Because this thing doesn't really have a good special stat. And if we can offset the attack even, like, a little bit, that'll force it out into something else that he will have to start taking, like, hits into. Or if he pulls, like, a self-KOing move, that's also fine. Like, we take that. It's a Growl. That's super unfortunate. So we will be sending Layla off now. I will mark that. That's a self-KO, so I'll mark that. It's switching out. Oh, it could just be... we might be getting a KO here, actually. Oh, let's see. Oh, we do! Let's go. Alright, so we just basically traded tier 6 for tier 6. That is... yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's a double down now. I think just with this double down, I think we're always going to go into Polito. Polito's kind of just that Pokemon of choice. It's not a direct double switch as well, so if Muck does come in, which it does, we can go to Snorlax. Like, we are allowed to do that. That is fine. Because the last action we did was attack. So we can switch. We can also switch as well, if he's calling this switches to come out as well. So here comes Lax. We just don't want to... we want to just, like, avoid poisoning if we can. We've got 2, like, poison damage immunes. Baby Doll Eyes is a bit rough on the physical attacker. But Slice can just... he can just chill for a bit. The Muck's just got to burn through some power points. It's Black Sludge, so he's probably burnt through some, so he's probably still got, like, some more. Probably, like, maybe, like, 8 left. Dragon Dart is a really nasty hit to pull. Because that's just fairly good damage into Snorlax here. We go for the Play Nice, and we're just dropping its attack back. That's so funny. But the issue is, without putting damage on the Muck is just going to keep healing with the Black Sludge, which is not really the greatest for our team in this position at the moment. He's staying. He's weighing up his options there, which is fine. Conversion. Okay, so now we're just normal type staring at each other, which is kind of funny. So we're going to pull... do we pull, like, a big fighting move? Electro Web. Okay, so now we probably have pace over the lower Muck. Because I don't see Wade being a... oh, he's hurt by the Black Sludge. He has to switch now. He can't stay in with that. That's really bad for him, actually. Yeah, shit. If we put like Spider Web instead of Electro Web, he was cooked. Berserker's back in though, which is a bit rough. Even though it's like tier 4, it can like just pull those moves. Temper Flare's a nice move. It's in the rain and we are at -1, which does suck. I think it's fine. I think we've 1 turn left. There's so many rain turns. It's rough. I might have to switch out this coming turn. Okay, thank Christ that's a freebie. We could get something big here from the likes as well. Moonblast, that'll be a decent bit of damage. It's just Chip. And Chip is what we're kind of just happy to have at the moment. So we'll get rid of the attack drop, and we'll go back into Politoed. Because Politoed will take a few of these moves a little bit better. But still not great. Because like Tough Claw's boosted moves off its attack is still quite strong coming from Berserker. P-Charge, that is rough. You'll get like a decent bit of healing from it. But we can pull like a half-decent move here. We might not be like the worst. Like Mudshot. Mudshot's like good. We'll take Mudshot. Like that's a big hit. That's a speed drop. That's coming off our special attack. It's a super effective hit. Like we'll take it. Like we're happy with that. E-Force will drink. That was a crit. Yikes. I think we're just going to throw out moves for Politoed until it drops, unless if Muck comes back in. I think that's probably the way how we're going to play the Politoed from here on out. Psycho Boost, okay, things may change. That probably doesn't kill. It doesn't kill. That's rough. If Berserker doesn't knock us out, though, we still just stay in and just swing. Recycle. It can't recycle because it's still got its item. The rain stopped here. So we'll just keep going with it. Mountain Gale. That'll definitely knock it out. That's like a 100 base power move. Politoed getting a knockout on the board. Berserker, the tier 4, goes down. Tied game at the moment, but still not exactly amazing. Evire is in. I kind of want to just keep Politoed in. And just get a safe switch into, like, Clefable. Yeah, Bone Rush will do it. Yeah, that'll take us out. That did 30 on, like, the first hit. That's fine. We'd rather have that be taken than have that taken from, like, something else. So that's Evi, the tier 2. We'll go to Clefable here. So what we know is that Noir is still, like, super weak. Muck's fairly healthy. Wigglytuff hasn't hit the field yet. So he's got one. So it's still like fairly even, but definitely like still in like Wade's favor. We are basically Whimsicott now, so that's pretty cool. We pull like a grass move or something here. That'll be pretty awesome. Crush Claw. That won't do. That'll do actually more than I thought. So we'll take it. And I think this thing will be Motor Drive for sure. I doubt it's Vital Spirit. I think it would want, like, the immunity. And we're getting another Plain Ice out on the field here. So that'll have us weaken our physical attack. We can pull some special moves. It could be nice. Liquidation is... It's still damaged. We could get a defense drop. No defense drop. That's still fine. That still shouldn't be an issue. We've got Leopard Berry on this, so we don't mind if we run out of PP. Harden is super rough. That's its lowered defensive stat now buffed with our lowered attack. So pulling physical moves is not the greatest thing for us right now. We'll take Sand Attack. Lowering accuracy to force a switch is always super welcomed. If Evire pulls like a poison move, we're just in a spot of bother. Another multi-hit. That didn't do too much. Hits 2 times. Okay, so that's best case scenario for us of that. Wade's mentioned that it's the second time he's pulled Conversion Mark. Oh, that stab! That stab and it's gonna crit! This will knock it out! So close. So close. That's a really good pull. That's a really good Flower Trick pull, actually. That's insanity. That's probably the best grass move we might have been able to pull. There's the dodge there from the accuracy drop. Clefable might be getting a KO on the board here, which is super cool. Now, we'll just get lower its accuracy a bit more. Why not? Not a problem. We got... effectively 15 more power points with our Metronome. Okay, so that's the Electivire switching out now. Probably going into either Alola Muck or the Wigglytuff. It's into the Alola Muck. So we're just immediately going to go into Snorlax in response to this. It's just the best thing for us to do, because we just don't want to be poisoned. Clefable's still handy in some matchups. That's good damage from the Water Pledge. We don't want to get KO'd. Muck pulls like a poison move. That's just super detrimental for... super detrimental for Clefable. But Snorlax can take it. Gunk Shot will like hurt like a lot though. Big! Big. That is big. So that is Alola Muck gone. And that is a self-KO for us. That's rough. I'll let him know that's rough. Alright, here's the Wiggly... Is this Wigglytuff? No, this is Dusknoir. Okay. So he's got this Electivire that's weak as well. And... the Wigglytuff as well, which is also, like, pretty weak. Earth Power, we'll take this. I think with the negative drops, I think we're still fine to stay for another couple of turns. Psycho Boost, this might just kill. Damn, man. 2 Psycho Boosts and 2 near knockouts. It's a rough gig, but it's a gig, is what we'll say. So we'll see what Dusknoir wants to throw out here now. Freeze Dry. That'll bounce off. Which is nice. Just pulling a move to knock this out would be awesome. It's a ghost type, so not... rough. Very rough. But Snorlax was like... kinda on the weakened end. But that is... I mean... we heal Clefable back to full, I guess. So that's a self-KO for Lax, and that's another recoil knockout for that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I've just told her that's better than Memento. It definitely is. This will... I can only really secure second place from this position here now. But, so, if I win, we're basically going to have a me versus Wade rematch. Which is probably fine. If we load this up, because we know the rest of this stuff now. Yeah, because I don't have a Wade to get +3. Wade can still get +3 though. So Wanda still has 13 PP, because we still have the Leopard Berry attached. Victory Nest is a cheeky little setup move. Wade has to play, like, a big game with Wigglytuff. We both have our Gen 1 berries out here from Mount Moon. Wanda isn't switching out. We don't want to pull a self-KOing move on Saxton Hale. We ain't doing that. What a Shuriken, that won't do much. Wigglytuff has an astronomical amount of HP that will just bounce off. We need to pull like a genuinely big move to knock out Wigglytuff. That's a Metal Claw, that's a pretty big move from the Wigglytuff. No attack boost is nice. And we'll guarantee get this attack off, and then we get to eat Leopard Berry, so now we're not afraid of like Pluck or anything like that. Bite is a bit shit. A Flinch will be handy though. Flinch will be good. Bite sucks. Flinch is good. Or just like self-KO, unless if it's like Healing Wish or something, because that'd be bad. Boom Burst is also pretty detrimental, especially for crits. Oh, that's nasty as. Okay. So 3v1 down, so Wade can still play like for his first place. But we've just got to do what we can with the big man. The fatty crit. Yeah, so that was a probably the biggest pull Wigglytuff could have pulled in that position. We'll see how far we can go with this out. Water Spout won't do much because it's off our special attack. We were at full HP though, so at least if we're pulling a Water Spout, he is just like at full power. Scale Shot is a bit rough. That is doing more damage than I'd like. It's getting a speed buff and a defense drop. The speed buff, I think we should still probably outspeed it. We might not, though. We do. Okay, that's good. So we can pull like a physical move, and then we could probably maybe take out the Wigglytuff. The Sandstorm is absolutely horrendous. That just puts us on a timer. Like, even more than normal. The Poison Gas, yeah, okay, we're big on the timer now. So we might not be able to get out of this. Unless if we, like, actually just pull, like, big moves. Like, if we don't pull big moves here, like, we are just in trouble. But, like, we can't pull a Ghost move or a Dragon move into Wigglytuff. We can't pull electric moves going into Via. We can't pull normal or fighting moves into Dusknoir. That is rough. That is super rough. Gravity helps. Not a lot, though. We're just taking so much chip just from, like, the regular poison. Like, that's doing an absurd amount of damage. If we can tap through this, the rest shouldn't be too hard to tap through. It's just pulling those moves is the problem. Like, if we could pull the moves, we can go through. We can actually still get a win. But it's just pulling the moves we need to pull. That's the problem. Whirlpool is kind of a start. Like, it's chip over time, but it's too slow for what we're looking for while being poisoned. And Toxic Thread is also pretty nasty. It's just a speed drop because we're already poisoned. We do get the Defiant boost with it. The Wigglytuff is now faster than the Snow, which is pretty bad, which means it can snipe a knockout now. The poison's doing so much damage, it's actually detrimental just how... I mean, it dies next turn to Whirlpool. That is the... Is that Leper? No, that is... Oh my god, this thing's fucking 50% berry. Shit, okay, that's bad. We need to pull like a Drain Punch. We need to pull it quick. Defend Order is really bad. I think Wade is going to snitch top seed because we can't pull moves, which just sucks for us, but it's better that we don't pull moves now than in like playoffs. Heal Bell is actually pretty nice. The Sandstorm still sucks. Like, we're still taking an annoying bit of chip. We need a healing move. We get a healing move, we're back in it. If we don't get a healing move, or if it's like just a big KO move from Wigglytuff, like, it's just it. Like, that'll do it. Okay, so it doesn't do it. We need a big healing move, though. Otherwise, Sand probably knocks us out. How have we just not pulled anything? It's actually, like, absurd how little moves we're pulling. The Sand is gone. So we're still, like, in it. We just need a move. Like, we get the moves, we're good, but we're just not getting the moves. It's rough. Yeah, that'll do it. That's rough. Man, not pulling, like, a single attacking move outside of Whirlpool is so fucking rough, man. I mean, we go through, we'll play Chum again. So, that'll be good, because that's who we played week 1. We were his only loss as well. He went on, like, an absolute tear. So that'll be good.